foremost, welcome to the experience. I'm your host, Stephen the Dream, and this is This, That, and the Third interview series. We are live at the Power 104.4 FM studios, and as always, creative eye visuals, Teasy the Flair, Teasy Da Vinci, behind the scenes, behind the camera. Got a very, very special guest in the building with me today, man. You could learn a lot about the music history of Charlotte if you talk to this guy. I done seen him in a lot of places, around a lot of underground, doing his own thing with the music as well. But he done been around some big names from what I can see. I want to talk to him about how he's been able to work his move there, the work that he's been putting in over the last couple of years in the city, and just the evolution from Big Wit to the guy we see right now, Whitty in the building, man. What's good with you?
What's up, bro? Pleasure to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's good to have you up here, man.
I'm excited. Literally, I said earlier, this is the first time doing an interview with anybody,
Yeah.
so it's.
You should have a lot to talk about.
I do. I got a lot. It depends on what y'all want to know.
Okay. Well, take us to the origins, man. Where you from?
I am originally from Mount Gilead, North Carolina.
Mount Gilead. Hold on. Shout outs to Lil Bree.
Lil Bree, yep.
She the first. She the first one that put me on Mount Gilead. That's what's up. Okay.
Yeah, I think one of my parents taught her.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard.
Because they were both elementary school teachers.
Okay, so what was your Mount Gilead experience then?
Well, I came out of private school in 4th grade. Didn't really dig the private school environment. My principal would paddle me for saying stupid things. So
Y'all still getting paddled?
yeah, it was.
Oh hell.
I left because I ended up with the horseshoe bruise on my ass. Cause
The teachers?
yeah, well, the principal. Yeah.
They had to send it all the way up.
Yeah, I think I called some kid a funky cheerleader and don't even know what the hell I was talking about. But after that, I'm like, no, we in public schools, so
Okay.
it's been a wrap since then. But yeah, no, Mount Gilead is it's a small little town, literally.
That's what I hear.
Just a street. You got some churches and one school and not a whole lot.
What's family like? I mean, you said both of your parents teachers?
Yep, yeah. My
Okay.
mom, now she's a retired teacher. My stepdad is still teaching. But yeah, both of them are teachers. So I grew
What
up.
subject?
My mom, she ranged from teaching kindergarten to like 1st and 2nd grade, and
Okay.
my stepdad's kind of been in 4th and 3rd grade, back and forth. but
Okay.
Both in teaching elementary school.
So the little kids. What's you got siblings? Did you have?
I got 2 sisters.
Sisters.
My older sister, she's 1 year older than me,
Okay.
and then I got my little sister who's just turned 18 and graduated high school. Now she's about to do Chapel Hill, except she's at home at the moment.
Oh, your parents it's a wrap now. Everybody at the house.
Yeah, everybody's gone. Everybody's peacing out.
So with that, then, anybody in your family do music? Then, like, were there any influences around? Because you being the only boy.
Yeah, not really. Anybody in my family really influenced me music-wise. I know in high school I was always prone to the drama club, and I found when I found a fascination in the hip hop. It started from
Through drama.
Yeah.
What was it then? Because like hip hop got so many elements. Everybody say from the DJing, the MCing, the beatboxing, the break dancing.
Yeah, for me, I'm all about the performance and the illusion of what the show is, and I think I was always a big fan of MTV. I like the old school music videos that were like kind of storyboard pointed. Now everything is just kind of flashy,
Yeah.
but
2 scenes.
yeah, it's
Everybody mob up.
everybody doing the hand motions and
There
the
you
raps. Like there's no. I always like the aspect of the storyline to a song.
So that attracted you to hip. So like, who were some artists that you might have watched, or like videos that you might have came up seeing?
Growing up, I'd say Trick Daddy was.
Trick Daddy?
Yeah, bro.
You was on that Trick Daddy? You don't know that? Come on, man.
I love Trick Daddy.
Okay.
Manny Fresh and
Yeah. Big time.
Ludacris, Saint Lunatics. So a lot of Southern rappers probably influenced me more than anything.
Dope.
Getting into it, as far as like loving the aspect of it.
Yeah. I see what era you come from, them with some artists. Cause I remember like, yeah, your Ludas was having the crazy videos, your Missies, your Busters.
Yep.
Yeah. Like that had a lot of people wanting to do that.
Do that. It was the.
So when did you catch the? So were you always? So it's Whitty for the people that it's not Whitey.
Yeah, it's Whitty.
It's not
Whitty.
Like when I first said it, I'll tell a story later when I first saw you in terms of like what I was like but I thought it was Whitey. You know what I'm saying? But where did Whitty come from? Was that also like a name you got early, or did that come later on?
So Whitty came from. It kind of came. Originally, I was Biggie Whit, which started in high school.
Okay.
Of course, I was this scrawny kid that played soccer, but I would always warm up to Notorious B.I.G. Probably would play Give Me the Loot like multiple times.
Give Me the Loot?
Yeah.
That's your joint?
That was my hype joint for soccer, and that was kind of where I got the name from. And then we were playing a rival school, and we were like down like 2-0, and I went in the game, and I got hers and took out their goalie by.
You was hyped up.
Yeah, I was hyped up.
Yeah. Like, yo, man.
I got red carded out of that game, but we lost 2-1. But the point is, it was like the top school in the league, and we gave them a fight. So then
you was big. You was like the enforcer after that. Like,
yeah, the enforcer. I was Biggie Whit at that point. Wasn't into rapping, like actually rapping at that point. I just was Biggie Whit. I didn't really start pursuing rapping itself till after I graduated high school and went to community college because I didn't know what the hell I wanted to be.
So this is what I did. Like, I try to kind of do my research on artists. So like, the first thing I see on your gram, the first thing you post is your student ID, from what I saw. But from 2013 to 2014, tell me like how important it was. Opportunities that you might have got from being in school. Like, did you think from like that post to looking through your page and seeing you in, pictures with Big Crit, you know what I'm saying, with Obi Trice, you know what I'm saying, like Snow the Product, like was that a product of going to school? Like, take me through that journey of like what's
that all started with I got real passionate about promotion, and I just love the back end of a show more than actually like being in the show. I like the aspect of putting on the show more than actually being in the show.
Right.
So I was big into helping out with promotions, and my friends Joel Collins, they run a company called Crank It Loud. Used to be progressive music group, and I just started helping them out promoting, and eventually I got in good with them, and they started to trust me a lot, and they were like, hey, yo, Whit, man, we got Mobb Deep here. We need some people to sell tickets. Can you push 50 tickets? I'm like, well, yeah, I can push 50 tickets.
Right,
Not thinking anything of it. So that's kind of like, that started out for me promoting and helping out a promotional company, and then I kind of got opportunities that way, which was, like I said, that was probably me as an artist, that's my favorite part as being a part of a show and putting it together.
Yeah.
So,
cause you got to open up for some of these acts
and Mobb Deep, Kyle, Swayze,
before they was like this early, like when they was really like Big Crit 2013 era.
Yeah, it was before they were like really popping off, which that's kind of where Joel and them will target. They'll target like the up and coming artists, so they're not really spot on just yet.
They had an eye for what was next, kind of.
Yeah. Bubbling. So they booked things like G-Eazy, Mac Miller, Big Sean, all before they really popped.
Well, this was in Charlotte. This was what school? What school did you go to?
UNC Charlotte.
UNC Charlotte. Okay.
49ers.
There you go. So from that, did that inspire more of your artistry to start rapping? Did you already had jumped in it and it was like, hey, this just makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, I guess my whole style has been pushing, believing in the dream, and then believing in it to where I don't want to sit here and say it's like, to me, it's like telling you that this is obviously there's a lot back into it. Might not work out, but the reality of it is you're always building into the network of who you are. So even if it doesn't work out, you're still connected to it. It's part of your life, and then you can take those networks elsewhere with whatever you want to do. So
Smart man.
So that's what your objective should always be, is to build up your network, even if it doesn't work out, but never lose the passion. If your passion is in it, don't quit on it, you know.
What do you tell an artist who isn't performing at a show about going to a showcase and ain't on the bill? Like, what would you, as a promoter and as an artist, like, what do you think?
It's always, even if it's not your show and you're not on the bill, it's always an opportunity to show yourself and put your face out there to become familiar with. And that's, you know, when I came to Charlotte, left a small town, I had to familiarize with what was going on around me. So I would go out to shows, even if I'm not on the show. I just would go out to learn what's popping in Charlotte, and that's kind of how I networked my name around places and kind of got in the building with some folks. Which Charlotte's still coming together, which is cool.
Whitty in the building, this, that, and the third interview series. You don't work with some dope people, you know, some people that we know, like Chilla Kawabo. We know
Cujo,
him,
my
know,
dog, bro.
Yeah, we know him up here. Let me ask you this: like the first time I saw you, let me tell you this. Lou Music Live, shout out to Lou Music Live, and I was like, you know, I was invited there to come out and just, you know, enjoy the show, check out some artists, and you know, you hit the stage and you was just like, yeah, and the crowd hit you back with the yeah, and I was like, what's going on? Like, I turned around. I might have been in a conversation, but like I paid attention, and like your performance was definitely turned up. But within the mix of that, like I could hear what you was really saying though. Like you had some content in what you was saying in terms of the catchphrases, being witty. So you know you kind of caught the respect of your name from me on that day. But like talk about you know, was that your first show? Like you know, I'm sure you've been on plenty stages before, but just what was it like at that show in particular? What were you going through, if you remember?
I just wanted, like, I know, like, when I caught a glimpse of Lou putting on the show, and then I'm like, obviously didn't know what it was, but I was like, yo, I want to perform at the Underground. I've never done that before.
Okay, so it was first.
So it was more or less, hey, let's go, let's do this show and perform at some venue that we never been at. So I was hyped up about the fact that I've never been in the venue before, and it was just, I don't know, something about the being on stage, and I just kind of get in the zone to where I just block everything out, and I'm just myself there, you know, because I always found comfort on being on a stage in high school. You know, I dealt with the whole being bullied and shit. I just found comfort where I could go out there and be someone else and make people believe in that person or that character. So that's kind of what rapping is for me. It's just, Whitty's just my character that allows me to embrace whatever that I want to be in a particular song. That's why I don't like to do genres too much. Obviously, hip-hop being the genre, but I like to challenge myself and put myself on different songs, because more or less I just vibe with whatever the beat is really telling to me.
So I'm a fan of Yeah, and we'll get into it, but don't at me. Why you was like what was that about? Because you was popping a lot of talking that one. Like you was popping your shit. Like what influence of that, and that was like earlier this year. Like you definitely was basically saying like, yo, I'm hard, like
that. Yeah, I mean, it was.
But I wasn't expecting it though. Like y'all gotta go check that out. Like don't at me, and you hear what he's saying, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the idea.
That's how you feel.
I wanted to come in hard to 2020, so you know, I wrote the concept of that being like the song. And like my whole plan for this year, which COVID kind of screwed it all up, was to, you know, do a dope song, drop a dope visual, do a dope song and drop a dope visual. And that was mainly behind the idea of people, to me, they respond more to my visual presence than they do my content present. And I think it's just the whole perspective thing where they have something to relate what you're talking about. Even if so the video's kind of comical, but is he really saying? Just
and that's what I did. I ran it back. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, I see the girl talking in the video, but like, instead of watching that this time, let me hear what he had. Let me pay attention. So, because I hear you was, you know, I encourage everybody to check that out if they really want to see like what you could do.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like we'll get into your tape as well when we come back from talking about the Ya 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 video. But you know, let's get into that. Like, what was that day like? Shout out to what she got, 9 Dimes.
Yeah, Juice 9 Dimes. Yeah.
I see y'all got a couple tracks together.
Yeah, Juice is like he's my bro. We've been kind of doing our thing for a hot minute. We started out with our little thing called Fly Gang, which I guess we were all big fans of Wiz Khalifa and Taylor Gang. So we just kind of been tight knit since then, and both from the same hometown, Mount Gilead. But yeah, no, Juice is crazy. He's really underrated. He just needs someone to push him more and get him out there more, get more exposure, because he's got
that video up.
Yeah, he's got that vibe that not a lot of people put out, but he's like got a different voice about him. You know,
yeah.
Me and Juice were just like we were listening, and we were just kind of browsing around on YouTube, and we're just like, yo, this beat's crazy as shit. Yo, let's do some Rick and Morty shit.
Okay.
So that was kind of like where that all happened, where we just fuck up the idea of just make a track called Ya Ya Ya.
You call yourself the self-proclaimed cuter little Dicky. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I see you, like, I was like, when I hear and watch the video, I'm like, that's more like you more Jack Harlow, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just in your voice.
I fuck with Jack Harlow, yeah.
And like when I first heard Jack, I was like, yo, he gonna be something. Like just in that, like the same way the energy came with the Ya 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 video, same energy I heard in the Dark Knight video. I think that was the first time I heard Jack like
Harlow,
3 years ago. And that's a comment you see. He got #1 song in the country, you know.
Hey, what's poppin'?
Yeah, you know, not to put you in a box, but you know, Jack Harlow, bro.
I take it. I just joke about Lil Dicky because it's like
it's easy. It's an easy one. That's what everybody normally say.
Cause that's my thing with Lil. I like Lil Dicky, and I guarantee you he could out freestyle a lot of people, but I just his content and what he puts out, I just kind of not really. It's not really there.
Yeah, you wasn't with the Chris Brown.
Oh no, I hated that song. I like the idea of it, but I guess it was just like, you know, he's not touring like a Jack Harlow. You know, he's not putting out like a dope single or you know.
Yeah, I ain't hearing nobody say, "Yo, turn on that little dick." I ain't heard.
Yeah, see, that's what, like his freestyles are crazy. Like I'll be watching Lil Dicky's freestyles like all the time because they're fucking hilarious.
Right.
But
well, let's do this then. Let's get into Ya Ya Ya. I want you to introduce it for the people. When we come back, we're going to talk about rooftop living.
Sauce.
Go ahead, introduce it for the people.
All right, so Ya 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 featuring Juice 9 Dime by Whitty. And Premise on the beat.
There it is, man. It's this, that, and the third interview series. Steven the Dream. Whitty. We'll be right back.
Watching in here.
Just hit a button, Morty. Give me a beat.
Oh man, okay, all right. All up on the beat, yeah, yeah, yeah. You and I that talk like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit him with the flex, calling all the shots. What you gonna do when you hit with a rock, yeah? All damn day like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit him with the flex, take another shot. What you gonna do when you hit with a rock? Let me get the dawn, let me clean this shit. Copycat fools better meme this bitch. Internet thugs never made it on the streets. Place another bet, here, check Nike. I do tequila, Adidas, Olay. Viva la raza, that's Eddie the Great. Cinco de Mayo, don't think that I'm dead. La muerte is like, Llorona in bed. No way, Jose. Just call me the one. Number is uno, got lines with the puns. This ain't no joke, no Kevin at hard. I'm running no choke, come fly with Lamar. Who need the juice? I got the bars. Like Lee McQueen, man, I'm talking the cars. Somewhat the show, who got the gas? Iris, I'm here, be back in a flash. All up with the beat, yeah, yeah, yeah. You and I that talk like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit him with the flex, calling all the shots. What you gonna do when you hit with a rock? That shit cray, yeah, yeah, yeah. All damn day like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit him with the flex, take another shot. What you gonna do when you hit with a rock?
She want the pickering, yeah, yeah, yeah. She want dick, I'ma give her that. Eat back, yeah, I pop the perk, I'm with best milk. She get raunchy, I drink like squanchy. No python, no Monty. Don't bleed, more than monthly. Shot is a pure jump, I fuck now, no more humping. Big gun, yeah, I'm on a hunt. Big classy and smoke it up. Biggie said we the chosen ones. Get paid, my by me. On my shit, P.U. instinct. P.U. asbestos, what my mama said, I'm an evil genius, Rick Sanchez.
On the beat, yeah, yeah, yeah. You and I that talk like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit him with the flex, calling all the shots. What you gonna do when you hit with a rock? That shit cray, yeah, yeah, yeah. All damn day like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit him with the flex, take another shot. What you gonna do when you hit with a rock? Tomato, tomato, there's blood on my throttle. You talking to killers, no hasta mañana. And I be the one in the shop, loading these rounds like they ready to pop. Hey, 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 bye, bye, bye. Cry little river in a suit and a tie. Got that for a spin, Rick and Morty want a deal, cause my songs won't end. What you gonna do, huh? Juice and Whitty in the room, and we coming for you shooters. We ain't fucking with your rulers, bitch. Yeah, we taking over everything. Put the money on my baby and a wedding ring. No, we hail from the south side. Now we know, yeah, we raised and we baptized. Kick back, flapjack, syrup with a bob. Dwayne said flex, rock bottom with the drop. The beat, yeah, yeah, yeah. You and I that talk like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit him with the flex, calling all the shots. What you gonna do when you hit with a rock? That shit cray, yeah, yeah, yeah. All damn day like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit him with the flex, take another shot. What you gonna do when you hit with a rock?
Back in the building, this and the third interview series. Steven the Dream, Whitty is in the building. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just checked out that video. Like that energy. That was Camp North End?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Y'all rocking around Camp North End out there. Shout out to them. So let me ask you, man. You dropped the project in 2018?
2018, yeah.
2018. Rooftop chilling. Rooftop living.
Rooftop living, yeah.
Rooftop living. What was Rooftop Living? Because I listened to the title track. I thought it was dope. I want to ask you kind of, off of that, like what was the reason that you kind of split up the song at the end and kind of like it changed the vibe at the end? Like what was, if you could talk about both of those, but what is Rooftop Living for you?
So, Rooftop Living, the concept behind that was that you were going to chase your dreams, chase your goals, and pursue your passion, no matter what's in front of you, because your objective is to always stay above whoever's first and always push yourself past whoever's first. And that first track, which I did with my friend Sabretta, who did the little hook on there.
Yeah.
It was kind of like talking in the sense of, I guess, a prophecy that I see myself fulfilling, and I've always kind of walked the path of I'm supposed to do this way, parents, you do this way, and someone else said you should do this way, but I always feel you should always listen to yourself, listen to your gut.
That's fact.
So that more or less that whole storyline was don't really listen to the righteous right or the righteous wrong. Fulfill yourself no matter the cost, because at the end of the day, you should feel complete at the end of your journey, however that's supposed to end. So I think pushing your goal that way, which I'm a firm believer with purpose beyond sight, which really just entails your mind will take you where your feet won't, and your heart will take you where the beat won't. So so it's more or less push yourself to having faith in who you are, and knowing that the outcome is in front of you because you are setting yourself forward.
I want to put a tweet up. I don't know if you see the tweet on there, T. It's a tweet somebody put in 2013, and they said, yo, I want to promote this guy, Whitty. He talks about real stuff, not that like trash on the radio. That was 2013. Let me ask you two things. One, what do you think that person would say about your music today? And what do you think at that time did that person hearing your music to say like, yo, that's what it was?
So I, for one, always know that I'm a lyrical person, and I like stuff with content to it. So I can be witty and just say a bunch of nonsense, which is really what yeah is. It's hot nonsense, but that's not really all it is, because that's kind of what's popping today. And I don't want people to think that I can't bring that to the table, which is another reason why I wanted to showcase that side of me, where I am hype as can be. I have the energy, and I can say a bunch of stuff that will, if you listen, will flip you back and forth a little bit. That's one thing I pride myself on. But at the end of the day, Rooftop Living, the content, at least that first song anyways, was that's who I really see myself as, because that's the whole thing with my logo is it's a dream catcher, and the W being the center, it's the center of who I am. So
I like that.
I don't believe you should let anybody stop you from chasing what you want in life. Family, friends, whoever, I've been told that I shouldn't do this and I'm never going to be that, which a lot of that behind that song is what that's talking about is eventually, the righteous hero, the righteous villain, the real mindset is to not pick a side, because you make your own destiny. So that's kind of like what that guy was saying. I think he probably heard the Diary of Whitty, Clips of Hope, which that was,
they gotta go.
I don't even know if that's even on like any website anymore. But that was Biggie Wit, and I felt like at that time that's when I kind of premeditated Whitty, because the Diary of Whitty at that time, I felt like someone gave me premonition to become Whitty, or I already believed I was Whitty. I just didn't have confidence in who Whitty was. So
Biggie Wit had to
Biggie Wit had the floor, and that's when I was like messing around with Robert Medley and Medley Records, and with Rob's Cool Peeps. He does the Medley film stuff now, but kind of when I branched out away from there, it was kind of just that soul journey for me going to school, and then me graduating school has just really just been trying to find myself and always push myself to another level, which is what the idea of, again, what Rooftop Living should represent.
So my favorite track on the project was My Girl.
Hey,
I like that joint. That's like I fooled Cujo's verse on that. Like I thought he snapped, but talk about like that was another one of them like witty songs though that was like
Yeah, I mean, my Girl was like, I wanted to put the thought out there that you should value your partner, whether that's male or female. You should value your love, because whoever they are, they're supposed to push you. They're supposed to transcend you to be better. That's what their objective is. And obviously that was about my relationship with my fiance Michelle, and she's not really a rap fan, but
is that her song though?
That's one song she'll mess around with. Everything else that I do with, I harass her all the time with lyrics, because she'll like, does this make sense? She's like, stop asking me, I don't listen to rap. But
nah, don't ask me. You don't want my opinion.
That's kind of her song. That was I feel like women get portrayed in certain songs where they just get.
You show love doing that.
Yeah. That's
shout out to my African,
hey.
African women, I heard you in there. So, Whitty, let me ask you this: who is Emily Blunt? Emily Blunt.
So we.
I like that track too.
That song it's pretty hilarious how that really started. I forgot what I was doing today when I heard the beat, and I feel like I just got done watching Mary Poppins. Emily Blunt, the actor, she played in the song, so I was like, yo, I'm about.
Oh, I didn't even. Okay.
So we can get it, I ain't going front. We can get a pop and marry Emily Blunt. So it was just the whole idea of I wanted to make this song where people twerk for money, people twerk for get a drink. I'm like, nah, fuck that shit. We're gonna twerk for smoke. And it was supposed to be a 420 drop.
It was 420 track.
Yeah, which it was. And the idea was to drop it with the video, because I felt like people would respond more to the video with it. And what COVID kind of pushed that to the side. But the video's coming. Homie Deuce through the lens. He's gonna shoot the video, which we working on it. So it's gonna be pretty hilarious because that was the idea behind it. Where I kind of showcase some witty lyrics. Obviously I give my take on Donald Trump. Don't like him, but
I was gonna ask you what's been going on like the last couple months with you. For one, with COVID, I asked you that, but like, what do you think your role is in like all the political issues, the racial issues, and all that going on, especially being an artist in a community that we know is African American dominated?
It sucks because I am more or less I'm a big person on faith and moral compassions and seeing the best in people, and right now it's really hard to see anything, and it's conflicting to see this all the cop shootings, and in my head I'm sitting here visualizing that's not what a cop should represent. I have family that are cops, and I'll always ask them about stuff. I'll state my opinion on this and see what they respond with, because I don't like to disrespect them, but none of them see what's going on right now is what they represent. And that, but that to me is like no one should have to fear for their life and the skin that they have, because outside looking in, you're a human being and you should be treated as such. And I'm so lost with what's next in the world, and I try not to get caught up in political aspects of life, because I feel like both parties lie equally, and it's all about it's never the word equality that they'll tell you is a political term. That's all it ever is. So I try not to pay attention to any politician that preaches equality, because I don't believe it.
You don't believe this?
I believe that you should be able to feel safe in your own fucking skin. And if we're going to target the real criminals in the world today, you should start with the judicial system, because it hasn't been corrected in ages.
That's facts.
There's too many twisted, scenarios where one person gets this conviction, same person with the same crime gets something, off basis. That needs to be fixed.
Well, Whitty, I would say this, man. I appreciate you for, voicing your opinion. I would ask you, as someone who, is a part of this hip hop community, use your voice. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you, made songs or had time to really compose, like you said. Might not be something that you want to get into in those terms of political, but use the voice that you have, because you a person that could probably understand, and help. People might listen to you a little bit more, coming from you in terms of what's going on in the hip hop matter. So don't be afraid to use that, especially if you fight on the right side.
Yeah, I got I've been working on this track. I've been real precise with saying certain things called colors, and the idea was that color is symbolizing just human life, and when you take out the colors, all you see is the black and the white, and so you have to really put the colors back into life to really appreciate what's in front of you. So that's one song that I've been working on, and once I get it all finessed out lyrically wise, then that's one song I would be proud of putting out. But yeah, I think for me, it hurts to see all the crap, because for one, growing up in school, a black man made me feel comfortable in my skin. I didn't go through high school comfortable, confident who I am, but a black man told me that I could be great. I could do this. I could chase the dream. Wiz Khalifa, so one of my influences. Just made me believe in the dream. So I feel like if it's okay for me to feel comfortable with my skin, then I should be able to help you feel comfortable in yours. Because the righteous truth isn't always the righteous.
That's what you say. You gotta know what side to lean on. You gotta lean in the narrow middle and figure it out.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's just a weird thing, because I got family that supports Trump, but blood is thin, so I don't.
Hey, see, people don't want to come up here and say that about you. Right. Blood can show you. It ain't always the thickest thing in the world, man. So, Whitty, we gonna leave on more of a somber note. First of all, tell me what we got looking forward to in terms of new music. I know you got, tracks out right now. I love that Champion League record that you got. That Vocal Cat, that's your weekend right there. That's dope.
Vocal
the Vocal. That's
he's a savage.
He's dope. I know that's out. Ya Ya Ya, of course, is out. What can they expect coming up from you?
So I got a track coming out called Call Kenny Up.
Call Kenny Up.
Yeah. With my homie Sage Calzoon. Really, really dope ass track, and obviously the content behind it was inspired by my friend Kenny, who always likes to party, but we kind of flipped the switch and we're like, yo, we're gonna make it based off of this storyline. But it's real comical. It's like real animated. It's some Childish Gambino type sauce. So it's pretty great. And then I'm working on an EP called The Whitty Room. All that's really inspired by me in my house, and kind of writing to the content of where I'm at with what I believe in, and as far as putting more of a mellow sense on things. But I'm looking to drop that October, November-ish, just depending on perfection, because I'm very picky about certain sounds. So that's kind of like where I'm at with that. And then that's really about it right at the moment. I'm just kind of dragging out here, just kind of chilling, plotting.
Hey man, take your time, do your thing. When the time right, you're gonna know, you'll feel it. Well, I appreciate you for coming up here, Whitty. Let them know where they can find you at.
All my social media is at The Whitty Flow. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of it's the same, at The Whitty Flow.
The Whitty Flow. All right, I want to give a huge shout out to Power 104.4 FM for housing the interview today. I want to give a shout out to Creative Eye Visuals behind the scene, behind the camera, Teasy the Flag, Teasy Da Vinci. Please give us a follow at This, That, and the Third interview series for more interviews, clips, freestyles. Make sure you also give us a follow make sure you give me a follow at Stephen the Dream. That's STEPHEN THA Dream. We going up all 2020. Fuck coronavirus. Fuck a racist. That's just how I feel. We'll catch y'all on the next one, man. It's This, That, and the Third interview series. Whitty is in the building. Ya Ya Ya. Make sure y'all get that. Stephen the Dream. I'm out.
Hey, I'm squatching in here.
Just hit a button, Morty. Give me a beat.
Oh man, okay, alright, all up on the beat, yeah, yeah, yeah. You what I talk like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit him with the flex, calling all the shots. What you gonna do when you hit with a rock? That shit cray.